Right now, there are people who earn more in a single hour than most will in a lifetime.
The Tesla and SpaceX CEO acquired the social media company for roughly $44 billion.
Men and women who turned impossible ideas into empires so vast.
Facebook billionaire CEO Mark Zuckerberg purchased more ranch land over on the North Shore. Now, sources say that the price tag for the nearly 1,000 acres of land was $65 million.
They reshape entire nations. When you see their wealth, you start asking yourself, what have I really done with my time? The gap between them and us is not measured in money, it is measured in vision. And tonight, we are counting down the billionaires of all time, revealing how they built their fortunes and why their names will echo long after ours fade. Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, SpaceX, and X,
had put together a compensation package for Elon Musk that was struck down by a judge now twice, despite shareholders voting twice. They've approved a plan to pay him 96 million shares. Now, 96 million shares is the equivalent of about $30 billion.
Elon Musk sold his first software at 12, and by his late 20s, he had already cashed out of PayPal. Instead of retiring, he threw nearly every dollar into electric cars and rockets, two industries everyone said were impossible to crack. Musk slept in factories, tested rockets that blew up on live TV, and almost went bankrupt. But he pushed through. Today, Tesla dominates the EV world. SpaceX lands rockets like science fiction, and his net worth sits above $400 billion. Musk is still chasing Mars. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon.
So he does exactly what you would do if you were being criticized for being too powerful. You buy next door neighbor's house to add to your inventory of homes that you own. A $10 million house in a nearby property to one of his properties in Beverly Hills.
Jeff Bezos walked away from a Wall Street career to sell books online from his garage. It sounded laughable in the 1990s, but his vision was never books, it was everything. Amazon grew from a scrappy e-commerce experiment into the world's biggest store, shaping how billions shop. With warehouses the size of cities and delivery networks faster than nations' mail systems, Bezos turned risk into an empire. His net worth hovers around $240 billion, and through Blue Origin, he's aiming for space. Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft.
Gates is donating $20 billion to his nonprofit foundation so it can increase its annual spending. The donation, combined with a donation of more than $3 billion from Warren Buffett last month, brings the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's funding to $70 billion. The foundation will use the funds to fight global poverty and disease.
Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard to chase a vision almost no one understood. He locked himself in rooms, writing code for days, convinced personal computers would change the world. Microsoft became the software backbone of nearly every desk and office, turning Gates into one of the richest men alive. But he didn't stop at wealth. Through the Gates Foundation, he has poured billions into global health, vaccines, and education. His net worth remains over $100 billion, yet his impact stretches far beyond money. Warren Buffett, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway.
Mr. Buffett, how can I make $30 billion?
Start young. Charlie's always said that the big thing about it is we started building this little snowball on top of a very long hill. So we started at a very early age in rolling the snowball down. And of course, the snowball, the nature of compound interest is it behaves like a snowball of sticky snow. And the trick is to have a very long hill, which means either starting very young or living to be very old.
Warren Buffett started investing at 11 and never stopped. He turned a dying textile mill into Berkshire Hathaway, a holding company that owns pieces of Coca-Cola, Apple, and American Express. His strategy was simple but ruthless: buy undervalued businesses, hold them forever, and let compounding do the rest. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. His net worth has climbed past $130 billion, built on patience and discipline. Bernard Arnault, chairman of LVMH.
Also, everyone, keeping up with the world's billionaires. LVMH CEO Bernard Arnault, his net worth surpassed $200 billion yesterday, making him the richest among the ultra-high net worth.
Bernard Arnault turned luxury into an empire. He took control of struggling fashion houses, stitched them together under LVMH, and transformed them into a global powerhouse. From Louis Vuitton to Dior to Moet Hennessy, Arnault proved that status and style are more profitable than oil or steel. His eye for branding and exclusivity made him Europe's richest man. With a net worth hovering near $200 billion, luxury became not just a product, but a fortress of wealth. Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Meta.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg has become the world's second richest person for the first time, jumping ahead of Jeff Bezos as shares of Meta platforms continue to climb. Zuckerberg's bet on the metaverse, which initially looked like a huge bust, has paid off in recent months, pushing his net worth to a high watermark of $206.2 billion.
At 19, Mark Zuckerberg built a small website in his dorm room to connect students. Within months, Facebook spread across campuses, then across the world. Despite lawsuits, controversies, and endless criticism, Zuckerberg turned social networking into one of the most powerful industries on Earth. Today, Meta controls Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, shaping how billions communicate daily. His net worth sits above $120 billion. And with his push into the metaverse, Zuckerberg is betting on the future of digital reality. Larry Page, co-founder of Google.
All right, so Google co-founder Larry Page invested more than $100 million in two startups, that are working on developing flying cars. Yes. Bloomberg reports Page has invested in these two startups. They're called Kitty Hawk.
Larry Page, along with Sergey Brin, transformed how humans access information. Their search engine was smarter, faster, and more accurate than anything before it. Google expanded from a simple search bar into Gmail, Maps, YouTube, and Android, dominating nearly every corner of the internet. Page's vision of organizing the world's knowledge created one of the most valuable companies in history. His personal net worth has climbed past $100 billion, built on the foundation of curiosity and code. Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google.
You know, some of the most fun I've had in my life, honestly. And I retired like a month before COVID hit, in theory.
Sergey Brin came to the United States as a child immigrant from the Soviet Union. His background in mathematics and computer science paired perfectly with Larry Page's vision. Together, they created Google, a company that turned data into a gold mine. Beyond search, Brin pushed for innovations like Google Glass and autonomous cars. His net worth, also above $100 billion, proves that the right partnership can change the world and turn curiosity into unimaginable wealth. John D. Rockefeller, founder of Standard Oil. John D. Rockefeller started as a bookkeeper, but his obsession with efficiency led him into oil. He built Standard Oil into a monopoly that controlled more than 90% of the U.S. oil industry. His ruthless tactics crushed rivals, but his discipline and vision made him the first billionaire in American history. Adjusted for inflation, his fortune would top $400 billion today, making him arguably the richest man of all time. Andrew Carnegie, Carnegie Steel Company.
My search led me to the study of the spiritual forces with which all of us are blessed. And it was in this field that I came upon a clue which has enabled me to help millions of people to find their earthly destinies. I want to describe my discovery in the simplest terms possible, because it will reveal to you why it is true that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past.
Andrew Carnegie was a poor Scottish immigrant who worked in factories as a boy. He clawed his way up, investing in railroads and steel at the perfect time. Carnegie Steel became the backbone of America's industrial age, producing more steel than entire nations. He sold his empire to J.P. Morgan for what would equal hundreds of billions today. Later, he gave away most of his wealth, funding libraries and universities across the globe. Cornelius Vanderbilt, railroads and shipping. Cornelius Vanderbilt began with a single ferry boat at age 16. He expanded into shipping, then railroads, dominating transportation in 19th century America. Known as the Commodore, Vanderbilt turned infrastructure into an empire, amassing a fortune equivalent to over $200 billion today. His name still lives on through Vanderbilt University, a reminder of how one teenager's ferry ride turned into a dynasty. Larry Ellison, founder of Oracle.
Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison has officially surpassed Mark Zuckerberg to become the world's second richest person with a net worth of $251.2 billion. It's according to Bloomberg's Billionaires index. The jump is thanks to the recent rally in Oracle shares. The stock is up over 40% year to date as investors pile into names they believe will be winners.
Larry Ellison dropped out of college twice, but his knack for coding led him to build Oracle, a company that dominated the database software market. With aggressive sales tactics and relentless ambition, Ellison turned Oracle into one of Silicon Valley's most profitable giants. Known for his lavish lifestyle of yachts and jets, he still built an empire worth over $120 billion. Ellison proved that obsession with data could be just as valuable as oil or steel. Steve Ballmer, former CEO of Microsoft, owner of the LA Clippers.
Steve Ballmer of Microsoft, formerly of Microsoft, is betting billions on the LA Clippers. He's agreed to buy the team for $2 billion. That's about 10% of his personal fortune of almost $19 billion.
Really, that much?
That much?
Yeah.
Is the former Microsoft CEO overpaying, you think?
Begs the question. I mean, what are you really buying if you're not getting the stadium, if you're not getting the TV deal? You know, you're getting players.
You're getting a piece of a monopoly.
Steve Ballmer joined Microsoft early and brought unmatched energy to its rise. As CEO, he steered the company through the 2000s, expanding its product lines and market reach. His leadership helped secure Microsoft's dominance even during its toughest years. After stepping down, he purchased the Los Angeles Clippers for $2 billion, which has since skyrocketed in value. Today, his net worth exceeds $120 billion, fueled by his Microsoft stake and savvy investments. Carlos Slim, telecom tycoon, América Móvil.
Person in the world with $73 billion is the Mexican telecom magnate Carlos Slim.
Carlos Slim grew up in Mexico City, learning business from his father's small store. He invested carefully, buying struggling companies and turning them around. His biggest empire came from América Móvil, which became one of the largest telecom firms in the world. At one point, Slim was the richest man alive, with a fortune over $80 billion. His story shows how patience, smart deals, and timing can build empires outside of Silicon Valley. Mukesh Ambani, chairman of Reliance Industries. Mukesh Ambani inherited part of his father's business, but he transformed Reliance into a global powerhouse. From petrochemicals to retail and telecom, Ambani built Jio, a mobile network that connected hundreds of millions of Indians almost overnight. His influence extends across industries that shape daily life in India, and his net worth stands above $90 billion. Ambani's rise shows how vision and scale can turn one company into the backbone of a nation. Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba.
A discussion with Iraq's prime minister. And this morning he talked to China's richest man, Jack Ma of Alibaba.com, who is worth more than $28 billion.
Jack Ma failed his college entrance exam twice, was rejected from dozens of jobs, and even failed to land a spot at KFC. But he didn't stop. He founded Alibaba, an online marketplace that became the Amazon of China. Ma's charisma and relentless drive helped Alibaba dominate e-commerce and payments across Asia. Despite stepping back from the spotlight, his net worth remains around $25 billion, proving that resilience can outshine rejection. Gautam Adani, founder of Adani Group.
The Adani Group has acquired the strategic Haifa port in Israel. And the Israel Prime Minister has called the Adani deal an enormous milestone. Haifa is the second largest port in Israel. In fact, the Israeli Prime Minister says that we see this as a tremendous boost for peace.
Gautam Adani started as a small trader in plastics before building the Adani Group into a massive conglomerate spanning ports, energy, and infrastructure. His rise has been rapid and controversial, but his ability to spot opportunities in India's growth story has made him one of Asia's richest men. His net worth has soared past $60 billion, fueled by control over critical assets in one of the fastest growing economies on Earth. Henry Ford, founder of Ford Motor Company. Henry Ford revolutionized industry with one simple idea: the assembly line. He didn't invent the car, but he made it affordable for ordinary families. The Model T changed transportation forever and turned Ford into a global powerhouse. By the time of his death, Ford's adjusted fortune would equal tens of billions today. More importantly, his methods reshaped manufacturing across every sector. Sam Walton, founder of Walmart. Sam Walton started with a single store in Arkansas. His obsession with low prices and supply chain efficiency grew into Walmart, the largest retailer in the world. Walton proved that scale and savings could outcompete luxury or exclusivity. His descendants remain among the richest families on Earth, and his personal net worth at its peak was around $25 billion, adjusted higher today. Oprah Winfrey, founder of Harpo Productions and OWN.
Oprah Winfrey buys a new home worth over $28 billion.
Oprah Winfrey grew up in poverty and endured unimaginable hardships, yet she transformed herself into the most powerful woman in media. Through her talk show, Harpo Productions, and the Oprah Winfrey Network, she built an empire on trust and influence. Oprah became the first Black female billionaire, with a net worth over $2.5 billion. Her story shows that wealth can come not only from products, but from personality and connection. Amancio Ortega, founder of Zara Inditex Group.
As Spanish billionaire and Zara founder Amancio Ortega, he has bought a residential skyscraper in Seattle in US for $323 million, making it one of the costliest real estate deal ever. His private firm, Pontigada, it said that deal has been done. Ortega, who is the main shareholder of fashion giant
Amancio Ortega started with a small clothing shop in Spain. His genius was speed, designing and delivering new fashions in weeks instead of months. Zara became the flagship of Inditex, a fast fashion empire that spread worldwide. Ortega shunned publicity, rarely giving interviews, yet built a fortune exceeding $70 billion. His story proves quiet strategies can build loud wealth. Ingvar Kamprad, founder of IKEA. Ingvar Kamprad began selling matches as a boy in Sweden, then grew his tiny hustle into IKEA, the world's most recognizable furniture brand. His flat-pack design and low-cost model changed how families furnished their homes. At his peak, Kamprad's wealth exceeded $60 billion, making him one of Europe's richest men. His philosophy of simplicity and frugality left a global legacy, proving even everyday furniture can build a fortune. So there you have it, 20 billionaires of all time, each proving in their own way that fortunes are built on risk, timing, and obsession. But here's the truth. Watching their stories is one thing, building your own is another. Right now, there's a system thousands are using to start their own online income without needing billions, coding skills, or even a big idea. It's called e-farming, and it's one of the fastest growing ways to create digital cash flow in 2025. Imagine setting up a simple online farm of subscribers that keeps paying you again and again while you sleep. If you've ever wondered how to escape the 9-to-5 or start something of your own, this is the easiest first step. Don't just watch other people's billions, take action. Check out the link in the description to learn how e-farming works and how you can start today. Because the next story worth telling might be yours.